four seasons are four body of consciousness, and in each season there's a different energetic that you can work with. The true astrology, I'm telling you, the true astrology, the eternal esoteric astrology. It is very hard to find this information, but the eternal and the internal, because we don't hold only one sign, we hold all the signs and the consciousness. Obviously, when you look in the middle of each season, spring, the middle of spring is Taurus, the middle of winter is Aquarius, the middle of autumn is Scorpio, the middle of summer is Leo. These four signs are known as a four fixed sign. Scorpio is fixed. It is the middle of autumn. Scorpio is a water sign, emotion. Aquarius is the air sign, the mind. Horus is an earth sign. Horus is an earth sign, the body. Leo is fire, the spirit. This is why we see Matthew, Luke, Mark, and John. And Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. We see the fourth season, Leo, spirit, fire. Luke, Taurus, earth, body. Matthew, Aquarius, air, mind. John, Scorpio, water, emotion. Each gospel depicting Jesus, the Messiah, our risen Savior, showing each one of these gospel depicting Jesus according to the different body of consciousness. In John, this is when Jesus start to turn water into wine. Water is emotion. Wine is transmuted emotion. This is when he does miracles with his emotion, water into wine. Matthew, Matthew the mind, the Gospel of Matthew, depict Jesus as intellectual person, a person who is very communicating and using his mind, his mental body a lot inside of the Gospel of Matthew. Go and read it, and you will see this. Luke, Taurus, earth, the body. Luke show depicted Jesus according to the body of consciousness, the physical body. He shows Jesus as a human being, helping people physically and helping people with physical needs by giving food and doing all sorts of good things to other people. Leo, Mark, inside of the Gospel Mark, this shows Jesus as a spiritual teacher, a passionate person who is taking action. Each gospel showing Jesus according to the different body of consciousness. And Jesus represents you, the Son of God. I'm talking about the Christ consciousness in general. I'm talking about Jesus in person, because they are two separate things. Christ then Jesus. It's two separate things. The source of the four gospel of consciousness, the four fixed sign, the four elements in the fourth season, all correspond to your consciousness. So this is Leonardo da Vinci showing you the same exact thing. Jesus, the I am, the Son, the soul, in the middle of the table on his own. Luke, spring, earth, body, three people, each group, four groups, three people in each group. Look at the Last Supper. Four groups, each group, three people. Fall, winter, summer, spring, according to the four bodies of consciousness. Aries, the head region on the head of the table. Gemini holding up the two hands, because Gemini rules the two hands, the two arms, the two twins, the two arms in two hands, and the two lungs. Beginning of summer, Cancer, you see the knife. Cancer, him, gray-haired guy, holding a knife, a crab, a bench, symbolizing the crab. Leo, the middle of summer, showing dominance, the one who's hitting on the table like this, his elbow on the table, showing dominance. Virgo has no Adam's apple, and the Cancer is pointing at the woman's neck. There's no Adam's apple. No Adam's apple. The only woman, Jesus the Son. This is Libra, balance, holding his arms and showing the balancing of the sun. When the sun enters Libra, the sun is balanced between winter and summer. Balanced. So, this is all astrology, people. Yeah, Analyze. You're not seeing the bigger picture behind it. You're not seeing from his perspective, the Christ perspective, the crossover. The left hemisphere brain controls the right side of the body, the right ear, the right eye. Everything to do with the right side body is connected to the left hemisphere. And the right hemisphere controls everything on the left side of the body, including your eyes, your arms, your legs. So, everything is crossed over. Even your visual field is crossed over. The visual field you can see, and it is crossed like this. It goes the left to the right, the cross, and from the right, cross to the left. However, this is how the human body designed. As we all know, the human body is the most advanced piece of technology on the face of Earth. You cannot replicate the human body. They may tell you, it is no creator. This is great. They tell you no creator. Brainwashed, They can't even understand the body is the most advanced piece of technology. Your body is so advanced that the computers that you use are mimicked of the body. Everything they create is mimicking. But they don't show you how intelligent nature is, because they don't want you to understand how the intelligent is designed. So, back on track. Crossover in the brain, and this is why they teach you to write with the right hand. And listen, there was a nun speaking about it. She was saying, they forced us to write with the right hand. At least 70% of the word, 80% is right-handed and right-legged, because they taught us this. To activate the left hemisphere, because it's the crossover that happened in the body. So when we are using this right side more, we're using the left hemisphere more. Why? Why they are doing this? Well, they also called it writing. Writing is a spell. They cast a spell on you to use the right side of the body. So you use the left hemisphere. They want you to see the word as the divided perception. They don't want you to use the right hemisphere, using the left side of the body to activate the right hemisphere, to see the bigger picture, to see how everything, all one and everything is created. The left hemisphere is a domination, keeps you from seeing the connections between everything. Because that left hemisphere analyzes and it breaks things down. So when the left hemisphere is dominating, by using the right side of the body, we are essentially seeing everything is divided. And this is why so many people will not understand what I'm on about, because my knowledge connects dots to make you see the bigger picture. People, this guy is crazy. No, it's all about activating the right hemisphere. So they call it writing because every word you say is molding your mind into some sort of a way. That things you see is molding your mind. Every take you take into through the five senses, which is language is a massive spell, especially the English language. They called it writing, so that you use that right side of the spell because your subconscious picks up everything you say. And 90% of your daily basis behavior is a thought pattern, is produced by the subconscious program within the subconscious mind. And essentially, your conscious mind is only the 10% of what you view, of what you're aware of, and how you're feeling and thinking your conscious mind. The subconscious is controlling every system in your body that is telling your heart to beat without being conscious of it. So essentially, the programming in the system in the back of the mind, which is controlling everything through the words, and this is what spells are. It's all about creating perception of consciousness. So they want you to use the right side more. I truly believe the ancients, they had balance. They used the right and the left. They don't have the strongest side because they understand the science of the body now and how the body works. This is actually called phonetics. It's not etymology. Etymology is the study of root words. Phonetics is the study of how words sound similar. The way words are spoken is phonetics, phone, call them a phone. That's why we call them a phone. We speak into a phone. So this is right and writing. To use the right side, they activate the left hemisphere more. To use the left side, you activate the right hemisphere more. Your hands are manifestation of your brain. The left brain, the left hand is the right brain. The left brain is the right hand. And when you place your hands like this is the size of your brain, and part of your brain, and there's extension of your brain. Every part of your body other than your brain is an extension to the brain. Things working, feeding back information to the brain because you're experiencing the brain. So another trick you can do, another exercise is looking in the mirror, closing one eye, and if you close your right eye, you took your top off, you will analyze your body if you close your right eye. Because if you look at yourself through the right eye, you will use the left hemisphere, which you analyze yourself and you see individual body parts. If you close it, you see a body as a whole. You really analyze it. This is how you can analyze yourself using these two hemispheres. The whole system is created to keep you thinking logically and to restrict you from creating and restrict you from understanding the symbolism, allegories of metaphors and teamwork. They want you stuck in a logical way of thinking, in a logical way of saying the word. They want you, when you go to school, you're taught what to do. This is why. Think this way and no other way. You're told to do orders, to do this. This is a very left-brained system. Because if we all started to open up the right hemisphere, we'll all see, wow, everything is one, everything is connected. And this is what kind of work I'm doing, Everything is one. Physical world is an illusion of duality. Five senses is the illusion of the physical world. The universe is a giant mind. I am mind, you express mind. We all possess mind behind the physical body. It's the same mind consciousness. And we are all expressions and fractals of this infinite consciousness called mind. That's what they don't want us to figure out. We are all one consciousness expressed as an infinite consciousness. That's your identity. It's who you are. You're an infinite consciousness having a brief experience in a vehicle called a human body, which consciousness That's your identity. Pineal gland is not the mind, and it is not the third eye. The third eye is your mind. If you have a closed third eye, you have a closed mind. If you have an open third eye, that means your mind is expanded beyond physical things through astral projection and mystical experiences. This is how you gain an open third eye, by just opening the mind. The mind that has astral traveled, that explore the realities within the mind. Everything they do, they keep us in a divided state. Divide and conquer. This is the method. They make you think everything is divided. Division, postcodes, countries, everything is divided. Football teams, all things are divided. Natural process when you grow. As you grow up, your brain is constantly analyzing the word. This is sort of a natural process, how you become more left hemisphere dominating, because your brain is always analyzing. And unless something awaken you, and you awaken that right hemisphere, and then you will start seeing the bigger picture. Even the music, tuned for 440 hertz, the right hemisphere of the brain, 440, Spotify, Apple Music, the radio, and every time you tune the radio, it's for 40 hertz. It was specifically tuned. And we never used to be tuned to this. It's in the 1950s that it was changed. The standard of music tuning changed to 440 hertz by the Catholic Church, because it shut down the right hemisphere of the brain. They don't want you thinking, seeing the world in this way, and perceiving things as one. In the Bible, cast the net on the right side of the boat and you will find the fish. What was Jesus saying? You see, people read the Bible. They don't understand it. If the Bible is not talking about you, then it has no meaning. The Bible, everything you read in the Bible is about you and how it can better your life. It occurs to you. If Jesus says cast the net out in the right side of the boat is the body, the allegory of the body, cast the net, it's the awareness, the perception, onto the right hemisphere of the brain, and you will find the fish. What's fish? What do fish do? They swim deep in the ocean, representing the knowledge. Deep knowledge. Cast the net into the right hand side of the boat and you will find fish wisdom, and you will gain understanding when you cast the awareness on the right hemisphere. You will see that I am and you are me, and we are all one consciousness. You will see everything. You will see that the trees are the same patterns as the nerves of your body. Everything is connected, yo. Everything is fractured and at one infinite consciousness. How many fish did they catch? 153. Up to 9 now you jumped to numerology. Bible filled in numerology. Filled with the numerology. Add 9. 9 human consciousness represent consciousness. You are in the womb for 9 months. Feminine. Yes, it's all about consciousness. Revelation 14. And I looked, and behold the lamp standing at the mountain Zion, that the spines, the mount with him, 144,000. The 144 adds up to 9, represent consciousness on the top of the spine. And he had his name on the name of his father written on the forehead. What the father? The higher mind, the higher consciousness within your forehead, the pineal gland. The pineal gland is the radio receiver for kai consciousness, because every body part have a body consciousness. Your heart is consciousness, your mind is consciousness. You're thinking with these different consciousness. You think with the gut, you think with your penis. You think with all these consciousness, and it's all about raising your consciousness to the higher consciousness, which is the father, the mind in the head. Don't think with the lower part of the body, because this is the animal nature. Think of the higher part of the body. It representing consciousness, all representing consciousness. Non-verbal things activate your right hemisphere. The divine balance, yo. Yes. Frequency can do it. When Moses parted up the Red Sea in the Bible, and you read it, what they are telling, the divine balance. The Colosseum bridge activated. The right hemisphere and the left hemisphere is the divine masculine and feminine. Once you balance this, you're a God. You're a God. You are Him by itself. He's inside of you. The Most High God. The divine spark. The infinite consciousness, the infinite awareness, having a brief experience. A micro than of a macro God. Yes, this is what it's all about, yo. Nobody tells you that. Activate the Colosseum bridge. Bring balance to your body, to your consciousness, to your spirit. Lit that fire inside of you. Yeah, bring balance to yourself. Activate things that, because of how the world has created us to be, has it programmed us to be, not created us. How it programmed, they dummy us. People become dummies. Disconnected. When you're disconnected from consciousness and awareness, you're disconnected from God. Because you're a perfect image of Him. Peace, love, and light. Soul Tribe. Shout out for the people who are awakened enough to see what the heck is going on in this fucking world, yo.